Hello, 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 Combat Cards players. We're back.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, both of us. Tom, you're looking a little bit better than when we last saw you on stream.
Well, I think the last time I was something like that, right? Maybe a bit further, but
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I did. I laughed a lot seeing that, so thank you for representing me on stream while I was
Oh
away
yeah,
last
absolutely.
time.
I mean, it's not a stream without you, is it?
Well, here we are. I'm sure you'll style all over me in PvP later as well, so we can look forward to that. But more importantly, it is the Skulls event, so happy Skulls, everyone. It's that time of year again. Yeah, it's always nice when it comes around, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Merry
great,
Skulls.
great for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we love it, obviously. As fans of Warhammer, fans of games. I mean, it's a win-win for us as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And lots for us to show off and talk about in game as well.
Yeah, actually, loads. So I think we're definitely gonna fill up the time. Thank you guys for the follows as well. Make sure you do because you'll catch the next streams when they come up, which we do have more planned, by the way. So yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. I saw someone else post earlier 2 streams in 1 month. Yeah, you might be able to get used to something like that. So we're definitely firmly back. So it's great to be back. But yes, Skulls is what we're here to talk about today. And all things to do with it. I don't know, Harry, you're a lot closer to, the Skulls event generally, so why don't I let you talk a little bit about it in combat cards?
Yeah, fair enough. So obviously the first thing that people will notice is that we've got the next Supreme Commander out. So he's obviously Abaddon the Despoiler coming out with Space Marines in general, Chaos Space Marines in general now. And you'll be able to already preview him in the shop. We'll talk a little bit more about him later. And then we have 4 campaigns coming up, 1 for each of the Chaos Gods, 2 of which are curated by some Warhammer influencer channels. So we've got one from Vanguard Tactics, and the one following on from that is by Play on Tabletop. The one after that then is Horde mode, which is where, well, we'll talk about that again in more detail in a minute. I won't go into it all detail now. And then we're rounding off with a clan campaign for the final of the 4 gods. In addition to that, we've got a community giveaway, where we've got a community competition where if we manage to get to 8,888,888 skulls taken over the period of Skulls Week. Yeah, well, we're 1 8 short of 8,878, but if we get to 8,888,888, then we'll be giving away a free copy of what's his name, Azrak the Annihilator.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I could potentially show him off.
Yeah.
As we can dangle the carrot, as it were.
We'll probably be running through this all in more detail. I'm sort of whistle-stop touring off the top of my head here.
Yeah. I just thought, while we're talking about this Skulls Challenge, because I'm not sure this has been widely spread about yet, but yes, 8,888,888, as many 8s as you can, and you will in fact receive, let me see, I'll get it up here.
Chat's saying that we're a bit quiet as well, by the way.
Yeah, I have tried to turn us up a little bit, so please do keep shouting about that. Let me know if it's better, because I am having a go at that. Fiddling with the sliders, as it were. I can also move my microphone a bit closer to myself, at least. Hopefully that is an improvement. But yes, Azrak the Annihilator here is the community reward, and what that means is that if you guys, as a community as a whole, hit that skull target over the course of the Skulls event, then every single player will be receiving Azrak the Annihilator here as a bit of a reward. So yes, easy clap, you got this. That's what I want to see. That's the attitude, yeah.
Yeah, and it's obviously a World Eaters model. Great to be able to do that in the Skulls event, obviously Skulls for Skull Throne, but also it's really nice to be able to tie in what is sort of like a commemorative event model into one of our own events as well. So for those of you who don't know, is based off a very famous piece of White Dwarf front cover art, which I believe is White Dwarf 182 off the top of my head.
Wow, you're such a nerd.
But well, it's been White Dwarf 500 recently. I've got mine downstairs, so they've gone through all
I'm
of them.
joking, right? Like I've got a bunch of
But yeah, no, it's a really cool model, and it's quite it's a unique combination of traits. We haven't got cards for Chaos Space Marines at the moment. They've got Berserk and Melee Scout. So the Berserk, obviously the World Eaters, but the Melee Scout, the idea of the Terminators, deep striking in and getting straight into the action, that immediate alpha strike. And at 38 points is actually quite a nice sweet spot for Chaos cards at the moment. You have plenty at the 40 plus. You have plenty at the 20 and below, but that middle area in the 30s where you're not towing into big game hunters a little bit sparse. So yeah, definitely should fit a lot of good decks there.
And
you got to go out and take some skulls for it.
And he has a chain fist, which I absolutely love. You don't see a lot of those anymore. That's somewhat of a rare breed. Ziracher, I don't actually know how to say your name. I feel terrible for it, but thank you so much for the sub, man. I really, really appreciate it. And Game Drama, yes, skulls means cards destroyed, exactly. And you're right, we've looked at some data for this, we've set a target, and actually, we've set quite a high target. And that's just because we believe in you guys. We think we've seen how much people go for it in Skulls with the different events on, and let me tell you, there are a lot of Skulls available. So I believe in you guys. I believe in you. Honestly, you got this. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, once we see Horde mode, there's going to be lots and lots of Skulls on offer in Horde mode.
Spoilers. All right, so...
I mean, it's in the name. I don't know how much of a spoiler that is, really.
It's in the title, I think, yeah. Right then, so let's rock into the schedule, because I want to have a look at exactly when all this stuff is going to happen. We've kind of done a whistle-stop tour of the different things that are going on. Obviously, this little picture here has got a little bit more information on it, and you'll see there at the very top there is a redeem code, Skulls, which will redeem you some in-game stuff. Now, I won't give away all the details of that because we're actually going to show that later. We'll redeem the code live here on stream. But yes, do keep that in mind, guys. Skulls, just Skulls, pop that into your redeem code in the settings menu, and you will get some stuff. How many skulls for the Skull Throne? Should I type it out in the chat? Do you believe in me?
I think he's just trying to basically say 8,888,888 again.
Well, you nailed it. That's...
but
it's just
for
Corn's
the
number, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, didn't we hit 10 million skulls last event? Yeah, we did, but we felt like this time around we missed an opportunity to get the 8s in there. And what would have been nice to ask you guys to do 88,888,888, so 8 8s. That may have been a bit ambitious. So we thought, well, let's keep it on brand rather than 10 million.
We got as many 8s as we can in there. Yeah,
round it to 8 million. Yeah, I'm going to stop saying it, but there we go.
I didn't quite catch it actually, Harry. I think you might need to clarify.
You didn't hear me say 8,888,888.
That's a lot of skulls.
It is a lot of skulls. I mean, I've already said it more than 8 times. I don't think I'm going to get up to 88.
Oh, 8 times, so... you say. That's Corn is pleased. Yes. Yeah, HDCYT, you've already nailed it. New cosmetics with the code. We will be showing those in just a moment when we redeem them. We'll wear them in the stream as well. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about some of these campaigns that we've got going on. Obviously, you can see there are giveaways every single day. Abaddon, the new Supreme Commander, has just gone out into the shop. We're going to do some giveaways of him on the stream, by the way. So stay tuned for that. And then you'll see there's a few other kind of card packs there. Those are actually the new Combat Patrol and Battle Force boxes that have been coming out. And obviously they're getting the same treatment in combat cards. And we are actually at the end of the stream going to give away a couple of copies of those packs as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because everything you see there in terms of Abaddon and those packs, we're actually going to be giving away here on stream. But yeah, I'll segue into the campaigns now and let you take over a bit. So you can see there we've got the Khorne campaign on right now, and it says Vanguard. What's up with that?
Yeah, so as I sort of mentioned a second ago, so both the Khorne campaign and the Tzeentch campaign have been hand-picked decks by Vanguard Tactics or Steven Box, and for play on tabletop, we've got it's JT, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
The voice.
I know shortens it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and so what they've done is they both play the game, and it's been really nice working with them. We've done a little bit more work recently with them, and so we've sent them over a sort of a blank spreadsheet. I can say all those 8s, but I can't say spreadsheet. And they have handpicked every single deck that you'll be facing in this exploration. So yes, Stephen Box from Vanguard Tactics has made the current decks that you're facing at the moment in the Khorne campaign. And what I will say is that you can tell that Stephen is a very good tabletop player and very into his sort of like 40k lore, because every single deck he's got in there is very, very thematic, and a lot of them are very similar to lists that you would expect someone to play on the tabletop in the game.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one with the Tzeentch campaign with Play On, JT plays a lot of this game. In particular, he's been playing long before we got in contact with him. And so what I think you'll find for his decks is, while they are still thematic, he's very much got a bit of a gotcha moment.
He's put all of his Tzeentchian guile to use, I think.
He absolutely is. Yeah, he's very much trying to play sort of meta or interesting decks for each of his. So yeah, they should both be very, very interesting. As I say, handcrafted by these individuals that many of you may already be aware of, and consume their media. I know I certainly both watched their channels long before we got. And if you aren't,
check out Vanguard Tactics and Play On, by the way. They're both excellent YouTube channels.
Yeah, absolutely. So on them, I would say Vanguard is a great practical sort of talking through of all of the rules, how to improve your game, as well as doing some fantastic battle reports. Whereas Play On is sort of, I would say, probably the best production sort of battle report channel there is. They have lots and lots of fun, lots of great effects, breakdowns of play-by-plays and stuff like that. So yeah, both fantastic channels. If you're heavily into the tabletop, then yeah, both of them well worth watching for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to JT's Tzeentch campaign decks, because I'm expecting some serious brain teasers. Harry's not kidding when he's put in some work there, and he knows the game very well. So you can expect some cool challenges there, definitely. But
absolutely.
Horde mode, Nurgle, tell me a little bit more. Obviously, we'll talk about it more later. But...
Yeah, so Horde mode is, well, it's what it says on the tin. This is a sort of exploration style milestone campaign that is very much set around the emphasis of there are an obscene amount of cards to get through, the kind of endless horde that you're trying to beat. And so while we're playing as Chaos, every opponent deck will be a Tyranid deck, and they will be leaning into very heavily the theme of Tyranids, either the detachments they have in tabletop or just in the lore, that kind of overwhelming horde feeling.
We actually have a fun splash asset here. Just a lot of Termagants.
Yeah. And to break down how the event is going to work is, regardless of whether or not you win the match, you will progress on to the next level. And it will be a milestone system. So how that works is you just have to finish the battle. If you get to the end of the battle, whether you win or lose, you count that as a game finished. So it's not a win or a loss at Pink, or the game's finished. So you can't just forfeit the game and progress. You have to finish it. But alongside, obviously, the milestone rewards, there is a leaderboard as well. And so this is where the victory points leaderboard system really shines, because it's unlikely that you're going to finish the match. You're going to beat the enemy warlord. So this is really about, okay, how much damage can you do? How many cards have you killed? And all this kind of stuff. And so there's that duality of getting through it. Now, what I will say is that I have playtested far too much of this. And there are 24 levels in it. So 4 of each warlords. I managed to beat, at my best run and start to finish, 14 out of the 24 levels. So that's the studio personal best sort of victories or enemy warlords beaten. So Yeah,
I mean, if that's
it's
what our in-house guy who makes the cards can do, then yeah, I'd say that's a pretty high
yeah,
bar. That's
and yeah, I was. I'm not ashamed to admit I was playing a pretty sweaty list. So we'll
so
see.
come on, I
With
feel a
that,
little bit of shame.
nah, no shame, no shame. um, but I understand as well that I made the list as well, so I knew what I was facing. So what we will be doing, what we will be releasing on the same day that Horde starts, is a like a mission briefing. So keep your eyes peeled for that blog, and it sort of, in very general, broad strokes, will tell you what the warlord is on each level, what the general theme of the Horde is, what one or two of the most common bodyguards you're going to be facing, and what the most common traits are likely to be facing. So it's not giving you all the information, but it's giving you enough information that you're not going in blind. Because as I say, when you finish the level, you will just progress on to the next one. And I don't know whether it's just me, because I'm like that, but once I've played it once, I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that better. I want to play it again. But in this instance, you can't. So we're giving you as much prep as you can.
Yeah, and I think there's a really important point that you made near the beginning there, and we're going to reiterate this a bit later as well when we talk about Horde specifically. That yeah, you must finish your games to actually progress to the next one.
Yeah.
Surrendering or forfeiting, while it might seem like, oh, I can just kind of rush my games past, that will not work in Horde mode. So I want to make that abundantly clear to save everyone kind of trying that and giving up a game. Surrendering will not get you progress in Horde mode. You've got to finish your games regardless, so very important to know. But we will actually show probably the first level, maybe two, of Horde mode a bit later on.
Yeah. Are you going to craft a list, or shall I tell you what my sweaty list is?
I'll craft a list maybe a bit later while we're talking about other stuff. I'll craft a list in the background. How about that? Alright, cool. So I'm going to jump us back into this format a bit, just because I think we might have had a couple of questions I want to make sure we cover before we talk about Abaddon some more.
Oh, actually, one point I've just remembered, and I very much did, because talking about Horde mode and sweaty lists and all the rest of it, I did promise in the Discord that for the current campaigns that I would give away a few tips and tricks. I have managed to go on a clean run through both of their curated, both of these ones. By clean, I mean I didn't need to reset. I did get a couple of strikes here and there. I would say that because you're facing a large number of cards, and this then applies forward to Horde mode, Huron is a very good warlord to use, because you'll be racking up stats. Or there are lots of other choices, but the one I had the most success with was Huron. And Psychic is normally the least common thing that you're going to be facing. So if you want to try and get free attacks, go Psychic.
Works both ways,
and it does. And make use of the buff traits, like the value that I've been getting out of poison and regeneration has been really good, and particularly since the buffs. But just from the survivability or being able to do passive damage, yeah, all things Chaos have plenty of. Almost as if I plan balance changes ahead of schedule. Almost, not quite. So yeah,
you would never be anything. That's
yeah, Rossigus, if you have him, is absolute monster. So cannot recommend him enough. I don't think I would have been able to get as far as I could have done without him. But yeah, I promise to give some tips. There we go. That's my thoughts.
Those are some good tips. Yeah. Anyone have any questions, about those tips or follow-ups? Just ask them. We'll get to them. First time chat from Jester of Lore. Thank you for chatting. Are you going to have any traitor Primarchs in the works, seeing as we have loyalist ones?
Yeah, we get this question every time. So yes, we will. We will. It's just we are aligning our releases at the moment with the Games Workshop Codec releases. So while I can never say anything in the future is certain, if you want to know when the most likely time for Traitor Primarchs are to arrive, just look to the Games Workshop release schedule and look out for World Eaters, Death Guards, Thousand Suns, and maybe now even, we've been told, Emperor's Children. So yeah, look out for those codexes once they're on the roadmap. Yeah, you can guarantee we're going to be hitting those notes, and we will not miss the opportunity to release the Demon Primarch when we can.
Very succinctly put. That's absolutely right. I think, we would love nothing more than to release a bunch of Demon Primarchs.
Oh yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah. Darth Voldemort, first time chat. Thank you very much for chatting. Welcome to the stream, man. Listening to Deposition of Baal. Yeah. Epic book. Big fan. Yeah. Can we get some high resolution card pictures in the future? Unfortunately, we don't have control over the pictures that we get for the cards. We get them from our wonderful partners, Games Workshop, and sometimes Forge World and Specialist Games as well. And so we have to use the files that we've got. That we can absolutely, we'll do whatever we can to increase resolution whenever we can.
Yeah, and it's just a tricky thing with particularly the Forge World models or the older resin models. That will be either these models haven't been rephotographed since they were released whenever that was, or they're from the Forge World back library. And the Forge World often don't always have access to the heavy metal team, and that's part of where it comes in. And a lot of the Forge World models don't even have like painted versions of them available online. So there are a load of models that we've seen from the Forge World backlog that, it'd be great to get that in. And like, yeah, we never got an heavy metal painted mini of it, really sorry, you can't have it. And it's what part of what makes the game so good. We've got all of those, official minis in it, so just got to go what we got to go with, got to stick to that.
yeah, we certainly do. Can I have a copy of Roticus? No. I think that's above. It's not for me. Carnifex, can you have a copy of Roticus? No, Carnifex says no, man. Sorry. I've got to listen to what the Carnifex says. Can we develop the Apocalypse mode so we play this as ladder progression? So I think, never say never. Apocalypse went out to really provide an area to use all these new cards that we were coming out with. The plan is absolutely to make that a home for these cards, right? A place where they're regularly played. I think it's fair to say that we do intend to do more with Apocalypse in the future.
Yeah. No. There's no argument about that. I think I said this on the last stream. We're very aware of the fact that more needs to be added to it. And it is on our coming soon list of things that we want to improve. That is very much a coming soon TM. There is no official timeline that I've got to that for you, and there's no details about exactly what that entails. But yeah, we know that there's a bit of a gap there, and we absolutely want to fill it with something really exciting and good. So watch this space, but nothing more than that to say on it at the moment.
Well, one thing we can show now, which has just been released, I'm segueing very smoothly out of this little Q&A session into our content showcase, because we have got none other than Supreme Commander Abaddon, the Despoiler. Dun, dun, dun. Here he is. Blank cards, obviously. But here are, Abaddon and his pals, basically, the other cards that are coming out as part of the Skulls event. So, I guess I can speak quite broadly, or ask quite broadly. Why Black Legion? Why Abaddon?
Well, again, following the theme of how we've been doing all the Supreme Commanders, he is the Supreme Commander in the Codex for the Chaos Space Marines, and that makes sense for Chaos Space Marines specifically as an undivided or all-encompassing faction. He very much sits at the top. He's obviously been in the game for quite a while in his sort of standard Warlord form, but yeah, time to promote him up to Supreme Commander, much like some other cards have done already. Do you want to open up his stats in game? We've got obviously a load of other bodyguards to go with it. These are either some new models like the Lord and Jetpack, or some models that hadn't yet been in the game that we're adding in to go along with combat patrols. So yeah, there's Abaddon. 92 points puts him right in the middle. 92
points of pure metal. Yeah, that's right.
I think there's a little bit of flesh left on his face somewhere. But yeah, 92 points puts him right in the middle of the lineup roster. Yeah, we can buy it right now. Yeah, absolutely. He's out at the moment, so feel free to investigate as we talk through it. But 92 points, that's right in the middle of the Supreme Commanders at the moment, or upper middle. His same cost as Gazgul, but below the Lion, Gilliman, and the Silent King. His stats quite well rounded, so 45 wounds, 76, 140, very much sort of more aggression as you'd expect. Base, very high stats. His slightly lower, perhaps, health is mitigated by the fact that he's got fear, obviously, as a primary trait, and that is his primary trait, the one that he'll be leveling up first and most quickly. And also has inspiring presence as well. So he'll be doing very well on that one-on-one duelist kind of role against other warlords, other cards, but does obviously really benefit from having bodyguards on the field to get the most out of protecting his flanks whilst he's using fear and also buffing them with inspiring presence.
And
so,
as someone
again,
who played a lot of Abaddon back in the day, before he received Furious Charge, this gives me real fond, happy memories, actually. Inspiring presence and fear together on Abaddon. Because, as you rightly point out, you can create this wonderful 3-card row with a beat stick like Abaddon in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And, part of the design going into this was very much a callback and nod to that kind of Abaddon leading from the front, as he always has done during the game. So there is very much a place for him to be a sort of forwards first offensive warlord, which when you're paying 92 points for him, you kind of want.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Jumping into a special rule, he's got quite an interesting one, and I will read it out, but it's already been pointed out that there's a little bit of ambiguity with the way that it's been worded, so we'll get that fixed up. But at the start of your turn, 2 of your cards increase all attack stats by 20%, lasting until your next turn. Any remaining cards receive 10% of their base wounds as damage. Abaddon cannot be damaged by that effect. Additionally, whenever an opponent's card is destroyed, all your cards are ready. So what this means is that of your cards on the field, 2 of them will get a buff to their attack stats, and whichever card is remaining, if there is a remaining card, we will take a hit of 10% of their wounds. So if you've got 2 cards in play, then they will automatically get the buff, no one will get damaged. And with it not applying to Abaddon, if both the bodyguards get the buff, then Abaddon won't be damaged, so that will be fine situation. So that's the basis that I saw some questions about. Does it affect all cards in play? No, it's just the damage only affects your own card, and it doesn't affect any cards in deck or anything like that. Excuse me. Get the mug out. I have people commenting about this.
That is an enormous glass you've got there. It's, someone said chug earlier.
Yeah, I think I got it at an Oktoberfest like 3 years ago. Anyway, the other part of his rule is a very subtle one, but easy to underestimate, but is incredibly powerful, which is whenever an opponent's card is destroyed, all your cards ready. So obviously that's per card that's killed. So if you board wipe an opponent, all of your cards will ready 3 times. And if all of your cards have readied 3 times, then you're pretty much certain to board wipe again on your next turn. Exactly. So you've got a really strong momentum deck here, which is once you get rolling, it's very, very hard to be stopped, which is also made stronger by the 20% attack boost, but slightly kept in check by the minus 10% of base wounds to 1 random card. Even that 10% damage, though, can feed into a whole load of other synergies. So if you're bringing Deathblow cards or you're bringing Berserk cards, there's immediate value that you can bring out of that. Running a classic Abaddon deck with Taunts and with Medicaid as well obviously synergizes very, very well. So there are a lot of different ways to build it. So you can either build it with a control deck in mind, where you're bringing a tactical amount of, if you're going melee first, bring in some range debuffs, or vice versa, or a very flexible one where it's like I'm bringing a little bit of ranged ready, a little bit of melee ready, and I can switch as and when I need to, or against whichever opponent. I can go into every battle confident that I can sort of benefit from it. So yeah, lots of different ways to play around with it. So yeah, no, it's should be really interesting one to build around. Plenty of space on the field and before the battle to theory craft and sculpt a deck to make the most out of this.
Excellent overview, honestly. Couldn't have put it better myself.
Try my best.
Kodak says we need to change where Abaddon could be in your initial hand and received reduced damage while there are still cards in your deck. And that's an interesting idea. I think that's one that's going to go onto the pile.
Abaddon can be in your initial hand and
I could see a type of trait that meant start in initial hand or something like that, which could be quite interesting.
Okay. So I'm guessing that's the not Supreme Commander Abaddon rule having a modification kind of thing to let the rule stays changed, but it stays in hand.
I just think it's an interesting concept in general.
But yes,
it's a neat idea. Yeah. Family Fantasy RPG, first time chat, thank you for joining in. In general, if you wipe out your enemy's board before your attacks are used, how come the unused attack doesn't ready instead? How come? Because the game wasn't designed with that in mind. It was very much you want to use your resources tactically and understand your limitations, and maybe, you know, if you're going to waste a bunch of attacks, ready instead until a point where you won't waste your attacks, I think is really the tactical decision making that is behind that. Why that isn't a thing. Hopefully that contextualizes a little bit about how come. But, you know, again, nothing goes unheard, so thank you for asking the question.
Yeah, and I think there was another first time chat here from Ginger Fawn as well, which we might have got slightly lost, but yeah. Sorry. Any plan to add improvements to clan page, adding to track clan contribution, stuff like that. So again, just like we spoke about Apocalypse Mode, we know that there's more that we want to go into clans. Very much in the same boat is we're aware that there's more we want to be adding to it, absolutely, but there isn't anything that I can give timelines or feature-wise at this moment to talk to that, I'm afraid. But yes, there are plenty of extra little quality of life things we'd like to add, for sure.
Alright, I'm going to jump us into the game, because I want to show us the collection page, filtered to Chaos and Black Legion, because we've got a couple of new Black Legion guys here. And, you know, the irony is that I'd set this up perfectly so that I had the new banner on all the new ones, and then I built a bunch of decks. And so I absolutely ruined it for myself. But we have here, first up, the Chaos Chosen. I'm going to whistle-stop tour through these guys, just because I want us to get some games in on stream and show off Abaddon a little bit. We'll see these cards kind of in action as well. Yeah, some of them are new and not marked. Get your eagle eyes out, as usual. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, so this one, again, nice mid-range common cards, and everyone always says there is a massive gap in the Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine roster for range cards. Absolutely correct. I mean, I think there's only one precision shot card for the whole Chaos Space Marine roster, so yeah, bringing in a nice stable 14 card, plenty of bulk, decent amount of ranged attack and precision shot, just a card that every faction has, except
I was going to say, Chaos Space Marines are finally getting the equivalent of all those, you know, so Space Marine.
Yeah, it's a staple.
Brother Ramus. There you go.
Yeah.
And
we've got the Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, from my point earlier, talking about that sort of price range of cards, that kind of 20s and 30s, a little bit bare for Chaos Space Marines. So again, nice, valuable, all-round shield cards. Again, similar to what lots of other factions have. Filling in a bit of a gap there, plenty of wounds, good offensive stats. Just a gap that needed to be filled, and there he is, doing that job.
Alright, let's see if I can do this. This guy.
Yep. And this, again, really interesting one. There aren't many melee inspiring presence cards, surprisingly, despite the fact that there is a huge amount of melee cards. And there are some that are quite cheap, but they don't last on the board very long. Or there are some that are incredibly expensive, in which case maybe you would be happier taking something that's a little bit more offensive, or is allowed to be a little bit more specialized than like an all-purpose Inspiring Presence card. But this fits the really nice point where 34 points is enough, that is bringing enough wounds, enough damage to do a serious bit of work, isn't immediately going to fall off the table, but you don't have to invest a huge amount of your points to get a very robust card and bring Inspiring Presence at the same time. So, yeah.
Yeah, he is an awesome model as well. I just want to shout that out because, I love this hand and everything. I might have to pick it up to paint it. I don't even play Chaos. It's just...
no, I like it for sure. And I think there's enough room there as well for a little bit of personalization and customization you can get on that model as well.
Yeah.
With what weapon he's wielding, his helmet and stuff like that. There's plenty of fun to be had with that model. Lots of reuse cases. Pick up 2, why not?
Was there? I know it's a Night Lord who's the
It is.
Yeah, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. I know who the new cards are. Here we go. Ulim the Unmerciful. I think that's a great name for a Night Lord.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, again, it's another one that we can see we're just trying to be much more careful about plugging these gaps in the roster. And while we've got a good amount of cards that deal a lot of damage at the top ends, and at this level we don't have anything that's a pure beat stick, and this is what this absolutely is. Jump Pack's got to have some.
He can't hold guns.
Yeah, how would he pull the trigger with those claws?
Reject pistols, embrace lightning claws.
But yeah, it's another unique combination we've got here with the Death Blow and the Scout. So he's going to be making a big impact, obviously coming in with the Scout and then exploding when he dies. So yeah, really savage card to have in.
And I believe the final one is a Death Guard.
Ooh, it is.
Here we have it.
And yeah, Blightcaller. So this is becoming a very common thing when we say, but it's a really nice point to have Big Game Hunter. We've even got the very, very cheap cards with it. So we've got Corprax the Wallbreaker, the Iron Warriors guy with the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Or we've got big guys, that kind of big guy duelists, where they're taking on other big guys, but they're over 40, so they're vulnerable to their own trait on the other side and stuff like that. Yeah. Squeezing just under there, but yeah. And again, a big buff to range. It's something that range should be missing for a long time. So yeah, nice, strong.
Do you know, I just noticed the tiniest thing. The top of the Chaos Star was skipping out the frame. So how about that? It's fixed. Flawless. Yeah.
There we go.
Right then. So should we jump into some battles, Harry? While we show off Abaddon in all of his glory.
I think we had a Codex question about.
Oh yes, we could stop for some questions.
Any updates to the card shop pool?
Added to the general pool question as well. So yeah, I think there's something planned for that, isn't there?
Yeah. It's overdue to have an update on the pool of cards available in the card shop. There are a lot of cards that have been added more recently to the general pool, including obviously all of the Red Gobos. Mentioned that on the last stream as well. But yes, that update needs to flow through to the card shop as well. So yes, we'll chase up on that.
Good reminder. Very good. Okay, how would you like to do this? Would you like to play Abaddon at 400 points or 200 points to start with?
Ooh, I will take your lead. Should we say that we each play as Abaddon once each? So would you like to play Abaddon at 200 or would you like to play him at 400?
I have a really funny idea at 200, which I'm sure is not going to work, but I want to try it for the memes anyway. So why don't we start with 400 with you as Abaddon?
Okay. Deck ready. And yes, talking of getting decks ready, it's nice to have this in game now, being able to select all the different decks.
It really helps. It really helps. The save decks are wonderful.
See, I thought you were going to be doing the 400 ones, so I haven't quite got it.
Oh, I've got a 400 point Abaddon, if you want to do that.
No, it's alright. I've got something in mind.
How quickly can Harry build a deck? We could do Abaddon versus Abaddon, but shall we? Do we dare?
Well, you could give it a go.
I've got one ready.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. Scotch on the Rocks has got a good idea there. Let's go Abaddon versus Abaddon at 400.
Okay. Bear with. I'm going to have to remember what I wanted.
Channel? Harry doesn't have to channel me. How did that work?
What's that?
I'm just reading Codex's comment there. Thanks
What
for the
was
follow,
it
man. I should really get myself one of those Bugman Steins, so it would be that way though, wouldn't it? There you go. I wish my hand would pop out through your screen. That would be great.
Right, nearly there.
Just setting up the screens.
My filters are doing me unstuck. I'm too keen to try and find the cards.
I can't even show my deck on the stream because you'll just stream snipe it. That's very difficult.
I mean, I'm not gonna stream snipe that.
It's to be honest, I've really built mine on a Black Legion theme anyway. Here it is in all its glory.
Mine is quite black, to be fair.
I'm not gonna lie, Codex, that incapacitated Tom view made me like actively, physically convulse with laughter, which was really painful at the time, but but it was so worth it. Honestly, it was great. I appreciated those the attention to detail there. It was very good.
There we go. That's close enough for.
If Harry loses, he shall chug his glass. I'm sure that's a good one. I don't think it's beer, but we'll make it anyway.
It's orange and mango. Orange and mango squash.
Man.
I don't know.
All right, are we good to go?
I'll just get I'm queuing now. I'm just getting some of it down in case I do have to chug it.
Yeah, I see, guys. He's worried. He's worried. So here we go. Abaddon versus Abaddon. There can only be one winner. Abaddon.
And showing off the cosmetics.
Oh, you are wearing
on my profile.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I've cropped the screen a little bit, so we'll redeem them afterwards and show them off properly. Ooh, that's not what I wanted in my opening draw. I think I'll probably say that on every stream though.
Ooh, and that's a bad.
Oh, see, I just gotta get my excuses out. Your mug's getting a lot of compliments today. It's
Thank you. Yeah, apparently really popular.
What about my mug? Hey,
you got one on the go? yeah, that's a good one. I've got a cup of tea as well. Not quite as exciting.
It's an okay mug. I take issue with that comment. Paint water in the coffee. Yeah, that's happened. So that's a pretty ideal result for me with the damage buff going on my damaging cards.
Cool. Zero share or the Ratchia. I know since they do one, but those are all the readies going. So he's about to get a mug from Sweden. He's a mug collector.
That's very cool. I mean, I don't know how many people on the stream know this, but I'm actually Swedish. So yeah, you touched me deep in the soul there. I hope you enjoy your mug from Sweden. Grattis. Oh, the psychic readies. Yeah, that hurts.
All part of the plan.
All part of the master plan, I'm sure. I mean, free damage on a taunt is free damage on a taunt. Not to be sniffed at. there any plans to do any sub-faction buffs to a deck to encourage themed decks, e.g. if your deck is all core and get plus 10% damage? Do you know what? I think for once I'm not going to say coming soon, I'm going to say watch this space.
Yeah, I'm not going to say much because otherwise I'll get carried away like I normally do, but it's something that we've obviously thought about. To be fair, the two of us together have talked about that kind of stuff before. So yeah, a little bit closer than it's ever been before, but not so close that, again, we're talking about it right now. Sorry, yes. Ask again because it got missed, and that's a fair question. Any plans for the voting dedication? So again, a very common one that gets asked for obvious reasons. Unfortunately, it's going to be the same question as the Demon Primarchs, which is we need to wait until there's a look at the readies on that. In fact, there's so many readies. That's 991 damage that I've got queued up. That seems criminal just to use it there.
It went from I swear that was at 40-50%.
Yeah, that'd be criminal to use all of that on one card. So I'm just going to have to go melee and take the loss there because.
And I get a single ready up for yours. Oof.
Yeah. But yeah, we need more cards for Votan, basically. Given that, and again, I'm not talking from insider information here, but given the format that things like Sisters of Battle and AdMac got when they got introduced, I would think of Votan at the moment as like a partial range release. So we're very much, I mean, this is the whole Warhammer community looking forward to the next Votan Codex, and we're expecting to have like a significant increase in levels. Again, this is not official information, but yeah, that's very much the hope, and that is when we'll be introducing the dedications.
Oh, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. He is so generous.
All right. So let's see whether or not that charged up psychic can get through that shield. Yeah, there we go. That's how we do it.
Wow. Yeah, that was a big
Boom.
One. Yeah. Jester of Lore asks, any plans for Noise Marines with Fulgrim and Empress Children's Codex primed for release? Do you know what? I think that is very dependent on Noise Marine miniatures. So yeah, I think it's less of a watch this space, more watch GW. Keep an eye on it because if they're coming out, then we will add them to the game. Absolutely. I think it's fair to say that we'd both love to see a lot more Emperor's Children in the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have a very small demons army, which is Slanesh demons, and if there was a full Emperor's Children range, I would be playing Emperor's Children for sure.
I'm going for a kill on Roticus here. I don't know if it's wise, but.
Well, I'm going to have to really disappoint you on your ability to do that.
Oh no, you medicate. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I think I can still get
him. If you do, it's not going to be in enough time, I'm afraid.
What are you talking about? I'm doing fine here.
When you've got a lot of saved up psychics, you may as well make a psychic attack, I reckon.
Yeah. I did put the Master of Possessions in. I did go on a bit too early to make use of it, and then obviously you had a very psychic-focused deck, which, I wanted to save up that psychic attack for something special, but the opportunity never
arose. Oh no, I didn't manage to get through. That is bad quick maths. Oh, the poison got you. Rotigus got you. I was my mind was panicked and fled to. Oh no, do I have to chug it?
Well,
but
GG,
no fear for me.
GG. No, I genuinely thought I was going to get you to chug that for a second. There was a split second in the middle where I thought, it's going down.
And then, as you can see, I mean, there was no question about that. Abaddon won that match, so well done, Abaddon.
He certainly did. All the credit goes to Abaddon. Yeah. Abaddon. Yeah. Right, I think we said we were going to
I keep calling him Abaddon. It should be Abaddon, shouldn't it? Abaddon, not Abaddon.
Look, I know that Games Workshop released a video with the proper pronunciation. I just choose to reject their reality and replace it with my own.
Yeah. I said this. I remember to. Remember it. It's like a northern person who doesn't like him. Abaddon. He's a bad and. I remember it.
Any plans to add the Ultramarines chair into Warhammer Combat Cards? Have you not seen this?
Chair?
Oh, Secret Lab have done a merchandise collaboration with Games Workshop, and they're releasing
Nice.
an Ultramarines themed gaming chair, which does look pretty cool, I have to say.
My mind immediately went to the Marnius Calgar on the toilet.
Oh right,
miniature.
yeah.
His very first second edition release was him just squatting with the guys holding a toilet paper and a towel or something. Yeah.
No, that was funny though. Are either of us going to get the Ultramarines chair? Do you know what makes me really sad, Mega Bassist, is that I actually own a Secret Lab chair at home, and so trying to justify getting another Secret Lab chair is just really difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the boat on that one, sadly.
I've got some. I don't even know what brand it is. That's how it is. Von Racer. So not a very exciting brand, but it's a gamer chair.
Yeah,
I look like a gamer in it, and it's comfortable. So
All right. So shall we? Actually, I might just veer off course here. Should we do some Abaddon giveaways? Given they've been going for quite a while already. We did.
Oh my gosh, we have, haven't we?
Some. Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So should we? We might have.
We
to
talk a lot more when there's two of us, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. We're just having too much fun. So we might have to descope the 200-point PvP just because we want to try and get.
Yeah, all right.
So instead, what I'm going to do is jump over to the giveaways section, and we're going to launch a couple of Abaddon giveaways. So I'm going to run this once, guys, and then I'm going to pick 5 winners after it's run. Okay. So I'm going to, in a moment, I will hit start on the Abaddon giveaway. There's a lot of interesting giveaway suggestions popping up right now.
You can't have my mug. It's not even that good. It's just big. It's just cheap plastic,
Look,
guys.
Chat wants what chat wants.
It's
I'll
just
learn not to argue.
Just plastic. There's nothing good.
But yes, 2 copies of Supreme Commander Abaddon the Despoiler. So when I hit start, I believe it's !join. Type that into the chat, that and nothing else, and you will join the giveaway. So I hope you're ready because I'm hitting start. Instructions will pop up in the chat, which will tell you what to do. So just keep an eye on that. There they are. So !join to enter this raffle. You guys have got 2 minutes to join. So if you're alt-tabbed, if you're looking at a video on some other stream, what are you doing? Come back to the combat card stream. We've got a giveaway going on.
Mine was so much more interesting than this.
Are you slating on my giveaway?
No, I mean I think I was just really really chuffed that I managed to get it set up at all.
Oh right.
And then I ran away with it. Yeah. Well, I did worst bad was to get a copy of Supreme Commander Shadow Sun and all that kind of stuff. Bit of fun in it. But the problem was that no one knew what I was on about, and so a lot of people had to wait until the majority of chat got it right, and then were able to follow along.
Yeah, see, I'm just a consummate professional. I like to make sure that everyone has absolutely equal opportunity in the giveaway. !join. If anyone hasn't done it yet, !join. Get in there. You guys have got...
!jug in there.
What is it? 40 seconds left to join. So if there's anyone still listening to this stream that has not typed !join into the chat, what are you doing? Come on, free stuff.
I haven't yet. Shall I tap !join?
I might join in. Hang on. There we go. I'm in. Is it a jug or is it a mug? I'm not sure.
It's a plastic stein, I think. An oversized plastic stein.
I think you just lost everyone there.
Well, I've been saying this all along. It's not that good.
You guys are better off with me. I've got a glass one at home. Promise. Alright, so the raffle is over. We have finished the raffle. Grayson, I feel so bad if you just typed join and you genuinely aren't in it. Are you? Oh, let me search for you. I feel so bad for that. It's open again. Type it again, quickly. It's still open, Grayson. You've got time. Get in there. All right, he's in. He's in.
There we go.
We're closing it. There we go.
No, it's not everyone again. Don't worry.
No,
You're all
no.
still in there.
No, everyone's in.
We won't restart
Everyone's
it.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely fine. So, are you guys ready? Because I'm going to pick some winners now. We've got 5 winners. Each winner is going to get 2 copies of Supreme Commander Abaddon. If you win this raffle, send the Well Played Games channel a DM on Twitch. Just helps us find you. We've obviously got the list of winners. It'll just speed things up a bit. So, let's go. First winner, Big Sugar Lumps.
Very nice.
Congratulations. We also
Congrats.
have Ruslan Neni. I think I'm saying that right. I probably butchered that completely. Congratulations, though. The Underhand. Congratulations. You are a winner. Radical Ferret. You have won
Radical
2
Ferret.
copies.
I think Radical Ferret won last time as well. Lucky
no
Radical
way.
Ferret. Congrats.
No way.
Yeah.
It pays to show up to these streams consecutively. No way.
And Grayson. Grayson
I
in
actually can't believe it.
last one to join, last one to win a prize. Amazing.
You actually can't write that. That's Andy every time with the rigged. You know what? They are rigged. Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, I won the exclamation jug. Sorry, guys.
That is almost comical, actually. That's you couldn't write it. There's no way that was going to work like that. Wow. Yeah, massive congratulations to you guys. That is 2 copies of brand new Abaddon for you. Going to be delivered straight to your account. So if you did win that, you're lucky enough to do that, then send us a message on Twitch. Just help us find you all the faster. So yeah, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, feel free to, if you're on the Discord as well, feel free to DM me on Discord as well, MadEmp, and I can sort you out as well.
Perfect. All right, so we are going to do a couple of other giveaways towards the end of the stream. Before we do that, how about we show off a little bit of Horde mode as the next kind of, novel new way to play the game that's going to be coming soon. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as you're sorting that deck out, I will give you the mission brief that we've got written for this. So Horde Wave 1, lead organism, Hive Tyrant. So that's the flying Hive Tyrant. General composition, Endless Gaunts. Expect Termagants and Hormagants. Primary characteristic, Endless. So that's what we're getting. So you get given, it's sort of given out like a mission brief. So lead organism will be the Warlord. General composition will be like the theme. Expect will be what the most common ones are, and the primary characteristics will be what the main sort of trait you're going to be facing is. So yeah, literally expect Termagants and Hormagants.
All right. I'm using the brain. I'm thinking.
And Endless, yeah, expect a lot of Endless. So let me see if I can find my spreadsheet quickly. I'll tell you exactly how many cards you're facing. Ahead of schedule. Here we go. So you are facing 31 cards.
That's a lot of cards. That's
and 20 of them have Endless. So very much do prepare for that.
I need more Furious Charge.
Furious Charge isn't going to make a dent.
It will if you're playing Skull Taker.
Against 31 cards, he only gets Furious Charge once.
It's not the only thing I've got, man.
Yeah, so 51 cards in total, effectively, yeah.
Oh, see, I have not actually played Horde mode yet, so I really don't know what to expect, and I'm
well, this is why I'm giving you. Well, I've given you the mission briefing, just like all the players will have. But this is
under pressure, given that I'm building on stream. I don't feel like most people need to do that. It's kind of scary. But the theory I've gone here is double Psionic Blast to just get damage going, and otherwise I've gone Skull Taker Furious Charge on the basis that I can finish the endless things as quickly as possible of any attack or any Psionic Blast. I mean, I'm giving it a go. I'm giving it a try.
I mean, this is why I was talking about Huron earlier, because it's free real estate. I
Well,
mean,
so I
every
actually
gaunt,
built
every
a
gaunt you kill.
hang on. I built a pure barrage Huron deck first.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
you
yeah.
gave me the mission briefing, and I changed my deck.
What? What? You were on money tower.
It didn't sound interesting enough. I just thought, oh, it's going to be boring. I'll just hit spam range. I like to live dangerously. I wonder what the next card is going to be. My god.
I would say
let
that
me,
you've got next card is 50-50. It's going to be a Hormigant or a Termagant.
You think? And this event, by the way, is
Oops, all Hormigants.
no, it's chaos. You must play chaos. So I see some people
Yeah,
talking
you have
about
to be
bad
playing.
drugs and other things that you'd like to play as. This first horde mode, you must play as chaos. So there you go. Oh, see, I failed to, I think, consider the max level endless.
I mean,
Should
yeah.
have been paying more attention.
I mean, I was trying to say.
Readying's so useless. Just.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean, the
very
problem is though, if you
interesting. Yeah, it's
keep
different.
punching into those Hormigants, the next copy's going to come down. It's going to punch you back.
Yeah, I know, but then there's the chaos part of my brain that goes, I've got lots of HP, I'm fine. Sonic Blast is good. That's for sure.
Yeah, AoE attacks. Now, what I will say is that while they are all a large quantity of cards,
Ooh.
not all of them are going to be like this exact format. This is very much, this very first level is showing off just like how insane it can get with just the endless bodyguards. But you will fall down if you rely on just Sonic Blast or Barrage for every single game. They are a bit different, which is why we've why we put together that briefing. But yeah, to put into perspective how much I've now played this, I've got 287,887 victory points in this campaign on the test event.
Yeah, I thought I was going to try and change that on the fly, actually, Codex, to make sure that you guys could see that.
I was just about to say how much, whilst I've been rambling, how many cards have you actually got through? And you can squeeze me to the side if you want.
If I do this...
There we go. 19. All right, start with 31. He's making a dent. He's making a dent.
Sorry, that's some live stream editing. That's not easy. I've messed up the frames now. I feel like I need to fix that.
So yeah, again, Supreme Commander Gaz. So for this iteration of Horde Mode, the debut, it will be you're playing as Chaos only. But yeah, I mean, given there is already lots of people saying this looks good, this is exciting. If it does well, we'll be more than likely to see it many times to come.
Card count, too many. Yeah, I like that.
I think our very first of this milestone sort of like curated decks exploration was for Skulls 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think you might be right. It would be 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
And we've come a long way. When you cast your mind back, actually, playing this feels so different. This is actually, believe it or not, guys, this is my first time playing Horde Mode live on stream, and it's just, yeah, I love the feeling of. You know what? It reminds me of playing games like Vermintide and Darktide, like when you're chopping through the waves of.
Or even Bolt Gun now, or.
That's a good point. Yeah.
For that kind of like, you are just hitting an endless wave, and you feel good because you're blowing things up constantly, but you know that you're going to run out of steam or ammunition eventually.
I think it's okay. I've still got my other chicken to come, so yes, more chicken, but we got another one. It's all good. Don't tell the chickens I said that.
It's all right. We're not expecting you to win. We're not aiming to win. Just aiming to survive. Well, that's the same thing.
Was it poison?
Yeah, so this is another thing you got to take into account is facing Tyranids. You've got 2 warlords in particular who really don't mind hanging around for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So the Flyrant, but also Gosar gets very scary. Like you cannot stall out any of the Gosar levels in this. Again, just a tip because you're watching the stream. Do not try and stall Gosar levels. You want to be killing things as quickly as possible because every turn they are going to be getting stronger. So yeah.
I like how much you emphasised that.
Oh my god, the pain I have felt on some of those levels. Yeah. It's like it's all right. It's just it's just an aberrance. It's fine. Yeah, but you're down to 5 incoming.
Yeah. It's just you never know what you're gonna have. I know they've all got gaunts.
Well, you've intimidated the gaunts that are now readying in front of you. Don't melee into them; they get free attacks back. So definitely go ranged or psychic.
Doing range, sorry.
You got to play smart, Tom. I know it's hard, but you got to do it.
I've used up all my smarts in my day job, man. Batteries running.
It's still the day job. This is the bonus day job. See, now you can use melee fine because the Gaunt doesn't have any attack back.
Yeah. And we live to burn each other. That's the most fun I have on stream.
Absolutely. I mean, this is why I couldn't really handle it without Tom being there while I was on my own, so I had to bring him in as already pre-burnt in his little crater.
Oh, we're getting there. Thanks for the follow, man.
I think you might have got it.
Victory!
Well, not yet. You still got to beat the Flyrant.
Look, I'm just that confident. Okay? Triple attack. You've got a big psychic boost. Kabang!
There we go. And there we go.
That is a satisfying screen. I'm just gonna let that bad boy play.
So there we go. There is no excuses, guys. Now, everyone in the chat, if you've watched this, Tom has beaten level 1. So I'm not hearing anything from anyone that you can't beat level 1. Not allowed.
That's right. And if you don't beat it, you've got to chug your stein. It's just the way it works. I don't make the rules. But yes, there we have.
That is horde mode.
Yeah. And it does get harder, I believe.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, as I say, you're not expecting to win. There are 24 levels. What I would say is that it is reasonable if you've got the right cards for the job and you play in the right way to face that particular warlord, then you should be able to win the first 10 levels. Should. Going past level 10, it probably reaches the 50-50 territory, even with optimal play, up until about level 16, I would say. Past level 16, if you're winning those, I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
I hear a lot of challenge accepted from the chat, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, like, I think out of the last 6, I managed to win 2 of them. So yeah, if you can get any out of the top 6, yeah, good going.
Yeah, that would be impressive. So I'm going to bring this back up again just to remind everyone of the key dates. So obviously we're in the Khorne campaign now. Today is the 23rd. So Horde mode is starting beginning of next week on the 27th. But before we get to that point, obviously we've got a little bit more to do today. When I say a little bit more, I mean we've got more giveaways to do. Because at the very beginning we promised we were going to give away the Combat Patrol and a couple of Battle Force boxes. So we're going to give away all 3 of these packs, and we're going to give 2 copies of each pack away. So we're going to jump in with the Combat Patrol, and because there's 3 giveaways to get through here, I'm only putting a minute timer on each of them. So I hope you guys are paying attention, because get your exclamation mark joins ready. Probably why the chat's quiet, everyone's just got it typed. So I will not waste anyone else's time and hit the Combat Patrol giveaway button. And when the message pops up in chat, there you go. You can now type your joins and get your tickets in.
Well, this is firing off. Codex Creep asks, what are the kind of rewards we're running for Horde mode? So basically think of it as double rewards. So we've got a sort of a standard milestone campaign, sort of exploration style reward track for getting through all of levels. And then we've got a leaderboard reward system on top of that as well. So it's basically 2 for 1 on the rewards at the moment. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question.
We got a couple first-time chatters joining the giveaways. That's great to see, guys. I hope you guys win. Best of luck. We've still got about 10 seconds left, so if you haven't joined this giveaway yet, you can still type !join. Entries close very soon, imminently.
Oh, gracious, Grayson. Very gracious.
Very, very gracious. Very gracious. So, let's jump in. We have winners of Combat Patrol. Let's pick 2 of them. Our first winner is going to be... I can't
Major.
say that name. Yeah.
It's Major.
Major?
It's a clever way of spelling Major. Or May Junior, maybe.
May Junior, yeah.
It could be May
Either way,
Junior.
you have won a Combat Patrol, so massive congratulations. And our second winner is going to be none other than Watch Geek. Congratulations. Great to see. Congratulations to both of you. As with the previous giveaways, I'll reiterate it in case anyone joined late. Send us a message on here on Twitch, or either of us on Discord if you're in the Combat Cards Discord, and we will just help get you your rewards even faster that way. So congratulations again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't worry, we've got more.
Yeah, Horde mode is maxed. All cards. Yeah, not just the opponents. Your cards will be maxed as well.
All of your cards will be maxed, yeah.
And 400 deck points as well.
I'm actually really interested to see the kind of creative decks people come up with to tackle that. I'm really, really curious. So please post them up in the Discord, guys, in deck builds or something. I'd love to see them.
Yeah, and I cannot stress enough, this isn't... You don't bring your laddering deck to this. Like, just don't. Just don't. It's not going to work.
I think you guys are going to need loads of target acquired, probably a lot of fear. Yeah. It'd be great.
I mean, shields for one isn't going to work. You know, like, yeah, I managed to take off 4 attacks from Hormigans. Oh no, there are still 25 more of them.
Alright. Next giveaway, starting with the Veterans of the Long War Battle Force. If you don't know what's in it, then I'd suggest you look up Battle Force on Games Workshop, because it is essentially that box.
Yes.
But yeah, we're going to start this giveaway now. You guys know the drill by now. Wait for the message to pop up in chat and then type away. !Jug will get you nowhere, except in spirit.
It's encouraging them, as always.
I would never. It's a lot of fun streaming.
It is.
Chat's
it's always
got
nice.
Good vibes. Like, it's nice.
Yeah, I always enjoy it, and it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back with you as well, Tom. When was the last time we both did it?
It's a pleasure to be back, Harry. And
yeah.
No, it's for those who aren't aware, I'm not actually working on combat cards right now, which is probably why you haven't seen too much of me. But I absolutely still dip my feet in, and I'm absolutely still around for streams like this. So yeah, you'll see more of me for sure. And I'm gonna get Harry to down that mug. It's the last thing I do.
I mean, no. I left university like over a decade ago. Like, it's not happening.
Not even if I beat you in best of 3.
I mean, that's not going to happen. But you know.
I see. All right, so this stream is over. The Veterans of the Long War Battle Force box. We have some winners. We have Scotch on the Rocks. You have won a Battle Force box. Congratulations.
Really had to emphasise the zzz, didn't you?
How else would they know, you know? And we have none other than D1. You have won a Veterans of the Long War Battle Force. You can't laugh at me. I'm just making me laugh now. That's
They're
terrible.
they're gonna have to phonetically spell that for it at some point, like how that's supposed to be pronounced, because we're gonna bungle. We
That's
bungle
true.
it
I
every
feel
single
like I
time.
feel like I've said a
They're
different
always
thing
in
every time,
chat.
yeah.
We struggle every single stream.
That's so true.
But yeah, congrats to the winners.
Congrats. Awesome. As again, just message us. We'll help you get it faster. Radical Ferret, if I'm not working on combat cards, what am I working on? I am actually working on another card game. Been working on it for a little while now, and I was actually at PAX West in Seattle last week to officially announce it.
Mm.
And I'll just leave it at that. We've got some internet sleuths here, right? They'll find it.
Oh, you're not going to do some cross promotion, self promotion?
Not yet. No. When we're a bit closer to release, perhaps we might. But yeah, this is obviously a well-played games channel, so you never know, we might be around. But yeah, I'm working on another card game. Releases pretty soon. We'll let you know. But yes, congratulations to Scotch and D1. I'm going to complete this one now because we do have one more giveaway to do. It is mysterious. I know. Today, though, I'm wearing the combat card shirt.
We'll have to get you a new banner out, won't we?
I know.
We won't be able to have the Conifex with you for future ones.
I need him. He tells me things.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Not good. Not
whispers
good.
into my ear. It's very helpful.
I think it's just it only talks to you when you're hungry, because all you hear is consume. It's like, just get a snack.
Biomass. That was poor squid. I've done better before. All right.
Oh well, it's captured as a gift for immortality
I know.
in the Discord.
The best thing about when I did that is I had no intent of it being captured. All right, we do have one more giveaway now. It's the Dread Talons Battle Force box. I'm just gonna hit the start. You guys know what you're doing. We've done this before. Exclamation mark join. Get it in there. Those are some fast joins. I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed. I think they were good. Alright guys, this is the last giveaway of the night. Unfortunately, we can't just endlessly give stuff away. We'd probably get yelled at. We need to... there has to be a last giveaway.
It's alright as long as you do it and I don't do it, because, as you say, you're not actively on the project anymore. There's only so much of a smack on the wrist you can get.
Yeah, maybe next time.
I am joking, of course.
Ruslan, you can't write in personal message to get your winnings. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow we will have people chasing up all of this, and we'll make sure to get messages out to you guys. So if you're not able to message us, just hang about for about a day, and you'll receive a message from us. You can always try on the Discord as well. Oh, the raffle's over, which means it's time to pick some winners. So Dread Talons giveaway. Here we go, guys. Final giveaways. The final two winners are Bob. What a great name. And RK Savitar. I just don't know how to pronounce that.
RK Savitar will be what I'll go
RK
for.
Savitar. Congratulations to both of you guys. You have won the new Dread Talons Battle Force. So, yeah, congratulations. As I just mentioned, I'll reiterate again, we will send out you some messages tomorrow directly to your Twitch account, so check them on there. Otherwise, you can try and find either of us two on the Discord. I'm ThisCaptain. That man over there is MadEmp.
Oh, wait. It's RCA Savitar, isn't it? If it's a Warhammer reference.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There we go.
Okay,
and Rusleni, you're saying you couldn't. I tried to whisper you from the channel directly, so let me know if you get that as well.
I'll wait to see it, D1. I want to see the mug. Alright guys, well that brings to a close the little mini showcase of Skulls content. We will absolutely continue the announcements for Twitch in-game. I'm glad that you caught the stream, honestly. No, it's so nice to see people here and so many first-time chatters. So
yeah, really good to
over
see.
words now. No, it's been grand, guys. So thank you so much. We obviously had a lot to get through today, and a lot of questions, so we probably didn't play as much PvP as we normally would like to. So we'll probably have to get another stream in which we get that best of breed down. How about that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can tell that it's we've had lots to talk about because I feel like I haven't had a chance to waffle enough yet. Because I mean, it was obviously worse when it was just me. I was just talking to myself. But it feels like this has been shorter than my last stream, but it's already 20 minutes over what we normally do. So yeah, lots and lots going on is the headline what I'm trying to say. Got some waffle in there finally.
Yeah, you're fine, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got loads in for Skulls, so it's great.
I reckon Harry's talking to some of the voices and the paintings behind him. If I talk to this kind of effects, then surely, yeah. Right, before we go and say this, we better close the stream up.
Well, I was going to say, they don't talk to me because I've got an Orc there and Black Templars there. They're too busy shouting at each other than shouting at me. It's fine.
Well, we'll close it up there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's great to see so many guys had fun in the stream. Thank you very much for attending. We really, really appreciate it. And we'll absolutely catch you next time. But hey, guys, enjoy Skulls. Happy Skulls.
Yeah, happy Skulls. See you all soon.